Sally ho chaps, and welcome back to Factorio DIY World. I'm Dgray, and today we continue the story of this awesome mod pack, where in the last episode just got even more things up and running, and things are looking rather good. In today's episode, we will start to make our first rockets again. It's been many episodes since we did it last, so we finally have all the infrastructure needed to actually get it done. So if you think that's cool, remember to leave a like and subscribe, and come follow us on Twitch, where we are also streaming Satisfactory currently. So that is quite cool. So let's get on with today's episode. So one of the first things we have to do is, if we look at the rocket production, we have these. They require basic electronics drill and solar cells. And I kind of want to make a grid that makes those two things, because if we do that, then we have all the basic things needed to actually get it all moved by train into a cell that produces rocket parts and outputs, what's it called? Whatever product we want to request down with asteroid mining. So let's start by clearing this out. And while the robots are busy clearing this out, I will quickly explain or show you what I've done in between episodes, because I have done a few things. So for one, you can see we added some more solar. We have expanded out the grid a bit to be able to make more things, which is always good. Also went on a biting killing spree over here to the right, doing some small hubs, because this small hub with what's it called, a radar, some turrets to protect it, can actually give us a lot of visibility around it. As soon as we get accumulators, I'll add one, so this can also run through the night if we do that, hopefully. Did that a few places here and there, cleared out biters around the border, so now our pollution cloud is it's a bit better than it was before. So hopefully the biters will leave us alone. The last thing I did was that I I added this one to a new unloading station, as it went through all of this and kind of made this entire grid unusable. So I kind of want to get that done. Let's just move this car out the way. It can go down to storage. Move you to... Ooh, let's not get run over. Move you down here, because then we'll empty it out a bit later. Don't drive on the tracks. That should be fine. Let's go here. Good. Let's get back up here. So what I want to set up now is pretty much solar and miners. And as some of you know, there's also been a discussion on DIY World Discord, is that red science is incredibly expensive in terms of iron. So that will get used in a bit, because if you look at science, let's see if I can find it. This one takes basic assemblers, which requires a ton of iron. Not something we have to worry about right now, but it will start to affect us very soon. So for now, we want solar. 3 inputs, 1 output. The miners, 3 inputs, 1 output. So it'll be quite easy to set up. Probably gonna do it at the top, so we have 1, 2, 3 inputs, 1 out, and the same down here, so they all move to the right with what is needed. That means we'll have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3 unloading stations. Let's do the same down here. That'll be 1, 2, and 3. Unloading, and then we'll have the trains load. up the solar panels and the miners. I'll probably have to limit the miners a bit as to stack to 200. And I don't want to make that many. It might be a bit overkill. But we'll do something like that. So that's the 3 inputs with an output of the miner. The way I want to do it, we can probably just do something as simple as this. 3 belts. That's a massive attack, it's fine. 3 belts, let's get you down. Let's do 2 as the normal blueprint thing. Minus. And then we'll just input what we need. We want iron plate on the inside. Simple circuits on the outside. And then just grab the things as needed. We'll need 1 underground just to make our life a bit easier. Because then we can do you, and you. That should be more than fast enough. We'll write this to just do 20 instead, as this might actually run out. Well, this one actually won't because the crafting speed is so long, so we'll keep it. Then we'll take you to go here as well with that one. So that will solve the inputs for the drills. Then we can, in theory, just take this. Let's do this first. Out here. Copy you. Flip you to here. Then we'll have a 2-sided throughput. With just... let's just take some of these. Cost a bit less power, so I think that... Wait, oh, we can just use loaders. Should we get the tier 1? Fine, let's actually just get 10 of you. Or 50. So then I'll use those instead. That will save us a bit of power, which is always good. I did hear somebody talk about they're not very good in terms of UPS. And will lag out the base, but we can always replace them later in case it's too bad. Right now I want to save a bit on power. So you go here and here. Then we pretty much have a setup we can use. Completely modular. And producing quite a bit. So first let's hook up what we need. You can be the iron. Then we'll figure out where we actually want it to be afterwards in terms of size. Means you'll be iron. Let's just do belts for all of it. Then you will be something else. Let's do that. Let's get you all the way over here so we can actually expand you out. There. And the last one. Let's take the top one. You want the top one? Yeah, let's take this. It's fine. Now I just want it to actually work. Go here. And down and over. Good, so that should work. How many can we fit in this way back? Please take you, let's say there, and there. That'll give us a bit of room here. Not that I think we need it. It's less than 1 iron plate per second. That means we can do maybe 40 in a row. 20 in a row. If we split a belt. And do we want to move it up then so we have 1 more below? I kind of think we do. Let's quickly do this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. That's actually all of them. Then the rest could jump in. I think this... Can we have 1 below? Oh, that's not needed. And we can easily fit 1 in. And actually split the middle one. So I actually think this is fine in terms of actually having 2 next to each other. Yeah. Okay, so let's keep this. This is a pretty decent setup. And you can just kind of go in as I had envisioned. There we are. Down here, you'll split out. There, and I'll probably use undergrounds this time. as I know this one will be going down. So let's give you a bit more space. 1, 2. Then we can kind of jump as needed. So you'll actually split like that, with you continuing down like a good little thing. You'll go on the outside. In. Stop. There. You are split in here. That's fine, that's fine. And then you'll continue along for the next one. And you will go down this way. You are a little split. We could have made it one closer. That's fine. You'll jump down here as well. And you'll have to split out into here, so that way. That should be all the inputs sorted. Iron on the inside, iron on the inside. Then we can expand you down until we fill it up. Let's just get it load us first. Did we get it delivered? Or are we in the dead zone? Oh, idiots. I had to do that as well. Otherwise they won't deliver anything. But while that is going, let's just build the rest of this. Let's take 1, 2, let's just take it from here. Here and here. And that gives us 28. That gives us 1 per second. Oh, can actually upgrade it to even more, but currently 1 per second. And we'll need 2 every 35. So I think this is a decent size for now. Could in theory get it out a bit more. Let's keep it here for now. I think that'll be good. Good proof of concept. Load us. Are you almost here? I'd very much appreciate it. Almost. There's the loaders. Couldn't further just made a ghost 1 to place it down. I'll show you how. Do this. Then we can just oop. Good. So loader sorted. Output will go all the way to the side. Just continue. And then on this one, like I discussed, I will want to limit it just a tiny bit. What is that? Is that that's a leftover pipe. Let's go away with you. So you'll be... Will that be basic mining drill? Basic mining drill loading. See, there we are. And since it's stacked to 200, I might just want to have 1 stack in each of these instead of this many. Because that means now we have 816, that's 3,200. And if you move 400 at a time, so let's say if you are greater than, let's say, 1,000, then you'll be active. Then the train will be limited to only have 1 slot in each wagon. Maybe 2 slots, but let's say 1 slot. Will give us some more traffic, and we can improve it in the future, but right now, to limit the amount of resources it takes, I kind of want to limit it a small amount. Please move over here, little train. So, outside. Let's see here for you. That'll be the simple circuits. So This will mean this one will be the simple one. Simple circuit unloading. Boom, there goes the train. You will be the middle one. That was the iron. Oh wait, not the iron plate, sorry. Bronze plates. Loading. Thank you, train. And you will then be iron plates. Loading. So that's going to activate a whole lot of things in our base. We're actually using a lot of this. It's still waiting for loading, so that's good. So here we are. That gives us exactly what we need. Goes the iron, and then the bronze will be in a second. So right now we can pretty much take this setup here, flip it, and use it down here. So let's try and take G and line it up like that. Because then we then we have everything we need. Because the inputs are the same, so let's try that. We'll change all of you to something a bit more useful. Again, a proof of concept if this is actually possible. It should be. So you will change into solar instead. And just with the resin on the inside, and the rest can kind of stay the same. How fast are you producing? You're doing one every 2.5 seconds. So this might be overbuilt. A tiny bit. But it looks cool. That is always important. Let's get you to 50 instead. Again, I'm not upgrading to better inserts, better craftings just yet, as the power is quite bad to draw. So on the inside we want the resin. So that means... Oh wait, we should have flipped the outputs as well. That's fine. We just need this one to go down here. 1, 2, 3. Ah, it's this one. What did I miss from up here? You and you going... Oh, it's just iron going straight in. That'd be the resin going directly in here, so resin goes from here. Yes, let's just take this part. Flip it again. And then we should be able to place it right there. Then we don't have to worry about misplacing things. Oh. Very, very nice. Let's hook you up. Let's go from here for now. You can go from here, there. The outputs. I'll reuse everything. Oh, it's not. Well, that's interesting. Oh, because the loading station is not lined up perfectly to each other. So let's just drag you. There we are. So you'll be solar. Solar plates. Or attacking. Solar loading. Solar cell. Good. And this only stacks in 10. So if you do this, that's 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. That's 16. 2 of these. 100, 200, 400 in a train. So let's say if it's at 1,000. Oh, 100. Let's try and set you to 100. 200, 3, 4, 5. Set you to 800. That's 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 800, that's half of this completely full. That should be somewhat good. It was misplace this one then. Set it to 1,000. That's all because you only want one slot, so that's fine. So that is going. Look at that go. We should have this filling up. It should reach all the way to the end. And down here, we just need to add the inputs. So resin on the inside, the rest doesn't really matter. It means if you do resin on you, resin unloading, we need to set a train for that. Resin unloading. Thank God we have it on a train. That makes our life a lot easier. Oh, in the train network, that is. Depot. Resin loading, resin unloading. We soon have to figure out if we have too many trains soon to fit in the depot. Because that would be bad. That'll start to jam things up. But we'll figure it out. There we are. You can go on your merry way. I'll deliver resin to here. On the middle one, doesn't matter. In plates. Why not? That's also being used all over the place. And copper. Copper plate. So, now that should activate the solar cells as well. So now we have all of this. That means we can finally set up our first rockets. I have one in the inventory. I have some being made in the mall as well. I did set that up in between episodes. Last episode. In between episodes, I think. So now we just need to go and find a good area for it. And why not just use this one? And make a blueprint that can be used for all the things. Rockets. Here is 4 inputs we need. Plus what is needed for this one. And I think I calculated that it should match up with everything except the granites. There we will have a bit of an issue. So the set I want to use is pretty much this one. Modified a bit, but pretty much this input should work. Mixed belt going up and such. So if you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different items going in, 2 going out, that's 7, 8. That means we can contain each of these inside their own grid. So you don't need to use 2. That is pretty nice. So should we just copy this down? Let's move to the grid I want to be in. Just over here. How's the power looking? That's still decent enough. Crossing tracks. Right here. Let's just quickly clear out these things so we have a nice clean area to work with. Look at the robot swarm. Very, very nice. So here, 6 inputs. And then 2 outputs. So we might want to get all 6. If we get them from the bottom, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then have these 2 in the corners as the unload. Or these 2 down here as the unload. The rest kind of circle around. Because if I steal... What if we just steal this one? Let's make a titanium one first. If we take you, this blueprint's actually brilliant the way it is. We add you in here. You can kind of start... What if we start you here? Let's see. Let's try that. And yeah. I'll just let the robots clear out this, and then we will be back in a second to do the rest of this. So the robots got done building all of our loading stations, and now we can hook everything up as intended. For now, I'll just do maybe just one to start it out, and then I'll hook up these two. Will probably be our miners and our solar, because why not? And those two need to be mixed together. So I think that could be, well, could also do these two, because that is easier to mix. These two. Well, let's just take these two. That has the longest way to travel, so let's do it. Unloading. There we are. We'll need a train, of course. That we limit to only one stack. Depot. Depot. Loading and unloading. Inactive. Full. Inactive and empty. So to not fill up completely, we'll limit you to one stack. That's 200. That's 400. And it activates at 1000 up at the drop-off site. Right here. So now we should, in theory, be able to send you on your merry way. And you'll go back and unload some drills. Yeah, you can just go and fill up. That's fine. If we set you to unload if there is less than... There's less than 100 left. Less than 100 left. You'll activate and you'll unload. No, if there's less than one left. Otherwise you'll have too much stock on the belts. Less than 10. It means you buffer less. Buffering less is always good. Up here, solar cell. Let's see, solar cell unloading. Yes. You'll also be limited to a full wagon. That's 100, that's 200. Again, if there's less than 10, you will unload. We'll do train, train, train. Should probably do a blueprint that has the two depots already set up. That could save us about 4 clicks, which would be very efficient. And empty. And we'll just let this one run. That's actually fine. Look at that. There goes the first drills. Go grab the solar cells. Perfect. Look at this delicious amount of resource. We already request a new one because it's all on the belts. So yeah, we'll have a bit buffered here. Not too bad. And let's do it here. I'll just hook it up in a sec. We'll go up this way. I'll take it all the way around in case you need more. Or I could also take it down in. Let's take it all the way around. It should be fine. We'll go over here. You'll merge together on this belt. Like that, like that. Go from here to here. I'll just do one belt for now. Taking all of this in. Oh, that's going to be a lot buffered on the belts. That's fine. That is fine. Let's skip you and you and you, and actually give you a proper input. It means you'll be good here. It means we can jump in, jump. We have room to jump things in. Let's probably just use the tier 1 belts for this. Save a bit on resource. In theory, I've done the same over here. Yeah, the speed doesn't need to be too great. To be honest, let's downgrade all of this. Can't I quickly do that from... belt. Let's go from... Oh, I can't. Oh, there we are. From this one to that one. And that saves some resources. Only on this part, that's fine. Here and to there. Good, then I'll do the rest with this as well. That'll be unloading, splits to both sides. That's fine. And then we want on the inside. Well, it doesn't really matter too much. Prefer just do this because that'll be better. There, there, there. These are fine. Doesn't require too much. You'll set up for titanium. And yeah, that'll work. So I'll just quickly hook up all these belts and then I'll be right back. So most of the things have been hooked up. Wow, massive crash here. But as I said, most things have been hooked up. They are slowly filling in. And all I need to do now is connect 3 things. One, I need to connect the coal from up here. And or mix of things here. So let's get you done. Let's just do one of these so we don't have to wait. We'll connect you up. And then we'll connect up down here. So now things are flowing. They'll go down towards the rocket silo. And as you know, we haven't set up titanium smelting here. So I just went and got some from the old bus that can be loaded into here as a proof of concept. So look at that. Titanium is flowing. Let's get you actually also going out of here. I hope that's enough for it to actually launch a rocket. But here we are. We have our setup that works very, very nicely. And just does its thing. So things are flowing in. Let's see it actually do its thing. Titanium, will it be enough to launch one rocket? Hopefully it will be. And this will get pure titanium from over here. And the rest can go and split out to the respective things. So 6 seconds, 75, but it does it at 7.5, less than 1 at a time. See how it looks when I do this. It did change. Let's see what it does in a second. Now you're full. Here goes the coal in a second. Yes. So just use 75 and then it just slowly but surely fills up and launches after a minute. So we have finally automated everything except the titanium. I will probably hook up some titanium smelting in between episodes. In some empty spots inside our grid. And then finally I've automated everything we need to actually progress down the line. Up to the 252. So let's just watch this launch as the end of today's episode. But if you've enjoyed watching me build the infrastructure of this, both the solar cells and the miners, plus this, do remember to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and jump on Discord and Twitch, so we can have some more fun together. I mean, that could be cool. But let's see here. Almost done. Oh. That is going. Oh, we need to give it a small amount of pure. Anyway, I'll just go and get some pure. Be back in a second. So the robots just delivered a bit to us, so we can actually kickstart this process. Let's remove that and let's launch our first rocket and get back into action. Oh, again, anticlimactic. Let's get you made first. But yeah, this is looking very, very well. And the base is running. There's a lot of trains moving product around at the moment. Make sure we have enough. We've emptied out a lot of the base, so it's about time we get some of this up and running. And of course the power is starting to peak out again. Let's see, there we go. Go, go, little rocket. Oh, love this sound. I think this is a brilliant place to end. There goes titanium, both ways. That is filling up for the next one. And the rest will get delivered into here and into here. And slowly but surely fill up and being used for the rest of the base. So as I said earlier, thank you so much for watching. Do remember to like and subscribe, jump on Twitch and Discord, and do comment what you think about this whole setup. And yeah, we can make it 20 times as big to get a massive amount of resources out. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.